Check, 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 check. You got me?
Got you. Got me?
Got you.
All right. Let's do it.
Yeah. Y'all can turn me down just a little bit if you I'll get excited at a play here and blow my eardrums out.
Welcome back to Shield Stadium, Jim Renfro Field, on the campus of Maryville High School. It is five-star preps coverage of the TSSAA High School Playoffs. Round 3, the quarterfinals tonight, and the homestanding Maryville Red Rebels leading Farragut 14-7 as we get set to begin the third quarter alongside Kevin Smith. I'm Russell Smith, and Kevin, it looks like Farragut's going to have a chance to put some real pressure on Maryville here as they're going to get the ball first.
Yeah, you really got to give a lot of credit to Farragut. Coach Courtney talked about this week, staying positive, keeping the kids' minds right, keeping in the game. Don't let the mystique of Maryville being 21 times in a row to the semifinals with all these banners hanging up as you walk into the stadium, letting that be too much for his football team. They did everything they wanted to do outside of converting a fourth down on the first drive inside the 10 to put points on the board. They milked the clock. They kept Maryville's offense on the sideline because right now that's been their best defense. The defense hasn't stopped them yet. Maryville's got 2 possessions, got 2 touchdowns, but they haven't been able to get on the field. So if Farragut's got to continue that formula, but they got to finish drives with points, and then this defense has got to find a way to get a turnover or at least hold them to a field goal because right now Maryville's just running up and down the field with all their playmakers.
2 storied East Tennessee high school football programs going at it tonight here in Blount County. Lots of programs in action throughout the area tonight. Kevin, you got any scores of interest for us?
Yeah, we'll try real quick. Giles County is up 28-14 on Loudon at halftime. It looks like Powell is up 14-0 over Ray County. Looks like Hampton 22-0 over Oneida at the half. A big one here. A little shocked by this score, Russell. Halftime, Elizabethton 7, Greenville 7. 2 proud programs.
Yep.
You know, Elizabethton's the 2-time defending state champions. They have been disrespected a little bit this year, and they're trying to show that they're back, trying to win that football game against a very talented Greenville football program. At the half, this is not shocking. Alcoa 42-0 over Pigeon Forge. And then obviously here, we're 14-7 Maryville. Oh, and another one, West was up 35-7 on Central, the last score I saw.
All right, a lot of action going on around the area tonight on a beautiful fall night for high school football. It is a little chilly out, but that is football weather. We are, I believe, under 40 degrees now here at Maryville High School, and both teams going through their halftime warm-up routine. What does Farragut have to do here on this first possession to get some plays going and get back in the end zone? We could have a tied game here in just a few moments.
Yeah, I think they got to continue to run the football with their quarterback, mix in some runs with their running back, and then continuing to do a good job. If Maryville is going to continue to drop 8, going to continue to drop 7 deep and allow the running backs to run free out in the flat, Dawson's got to continue to do a good job of checking down to his running backs and taking the plays that Maryville's defense is giving him. And quite frankly, they got to score a touchdown. They got to put it in the end zone because right now this Maryville offense just doesn't turn the ball over. They don't beat themselves with penalties and turnovers. So this is a Farragut offense that's got to put points on the board.
Farragut has not beaten Maryville since 1991. It's been 30 long years for the Admirals. Is this the night that they shock the world and take down Maryville?
I mean, that is unbelievable stat. We're sitting here, we're talking about a Farragut team who hasn't beaten Maryville since 1991. We're talking about a Maryville team that's won 21 in a row quarterfinal football games. That is unbelievable, the consistency of this Maryville Rebels program. And again, if you're Coach Courtney, you have nothing to lose tonight. You're 6-6. You've been in a lot of ball games this year. Nobody expects you to win this football game. Lay it all on the line and see what happens.
Of Farragut's 12 games this season have been decided by 7 points or less. So they've been in close games.
Yeah, it's a number 4 seed you really don't want to see just because they've been right there to win football. It's easily a team that could have been a 2 seed, and you're seeing them right here in the quarterfinals. A team that's found a way to hang in there. Again, most impressive, down 28-7 against Science Hill, having enough grit and toughness to hang in that football game and enough confidence in themselves to make a comeback and win that football game in overtime.
So here we go. Maryville will kick it off as teeing it up for the Red Rebels is Charles Trentham. Deep for Farragut, Corum and Kiesling.
You know, and Russell, I'm wondering here, too, if we're going to see a little bit more aggressiveness out of the Maryville defense. We saw a lot of dropping in coverage. We saw a lot of wide-open receivers. I wonder if we'll see more guys in the box, maybe a couple guys off the edge, a little bit more pressure here in the second half.
This one's going to go in the end zone again. Touchback city tonight here at Maryville. Except for that last kickoff by Farragut right at the end of the first half. It did not come back to bite them, but he kicked it out of bounds.
Yeah, and we've discussed this earlier, but what a weapon that is. Again, you're Maryville's defensive coordinator, co-defensive coordinators. This is a great, always good to have the ball start on the 20-yard line for an offense.
So here comes Dawson Moore. 2 great senior quarterbacks going at it tonight. And the Farragut QB will get the first shot here in the third quarter. Going to give it to G, and G slips. He's going to lose one on the play. Schumann G, coming to the left side, just lost his footing.
Yeah, he tried to cut back right there. Great job by Peyton Cooper, number 44, linebacker for Maryville. Man, he came downhill in a hurry. Looked like he shot out of a cannon.
2nd and 11 for the Admirals. We've got 3 wide receivers down here on the short side of the field. Now they move one in motion. And this will be Moore keeping it, nothing doing there. Swarmed by the Red Rebels, and now we've got 3rd and long, and Maryville with a chance to get off the field early. Mike Bethea, we've called his name a lot tonight, getting in there, busting up the play before it even had a chance to get started.
Yeah, that's a great job of the defensive line right there, getting off blocks and linebackers coming downhill. Dawson had nowhere to go. This is a place you don't want to be against this Maryville defensive line. They got a couple of guys that can really come off the edge right here and get pressure. Jason Manicker's a guy to watch out right here, number 83, and obviously Mike Bethea, 55. They both can get to the quarterback.
On 3rd and long, Moore with time to throw. He's going to flip it out to Gibbs, and he dropped it.
Yeah, that worked early there all first half, but you saw right there, Maryville had a guy in the flat. Markel Fortenberry was right there to make the tackle, and the ball is just a little bit late behind the running back.
So Farragut will have to punt. Reese Keeney on for the punt is the first punt attempt we've had tonight. Fortenberry standing at his own 45-yard line. Maryville stands to get really good field position here. Keeney, kind of a line drive punt here. Fortenberry's going to field it in midfield. And down to the 42-yard line of Farragut. So Maryville in business early here in the third quarter.
You definitely don't want to help Farragut or Maryville at all. This is helping them tremendously, getting the ball on the plus side of the field. If for Farragut, that's exactly what you didn't want, was a 3-and-out coming out of halftime offensively, and with the clock stopping, not running any clock. Maryville, this is what you wanted. 3-and-out, get the offense back, get them the ball, get them an opportunity to go down and put a good drive together.
Carson Jones going to give it to Vaughn. He's across the 40. Noah Vaughn, big weapon. And go back to that first possession of the game, 3rd and long. They run a draw, and Vaughn breaks a long one. Huge early turning point for Maryville.
Yeah, 3rd and 15. You know that's going to be one that they sit at night tonight. Coach McNear is going to have nightmares about that play when he's watching film tonight.
2nd down. Jones throws into traffic there. Nice catch, and the ball came loose. It's been recovered by the Admirals.
Wow.
Jack Alley pounces on it for Farragut, and a huge momentum swing. Carson Jones, I believe, was the receiver who had it, and he got popped. Ball came out. Farragut recovers.
I mean, what a play. Yeah, I'll be honest with you, Russell. I thought Carson Jones, the quarterback, was going to be picked off right there by number 82, Jordan Shepard. He threw it in traffic. He never saw the corner squatting on the route. He misses it, and then they still pursue to the football and get the fumble. What a huge play for Farragut's defense.
There's an end around Kiesling and a vicious open field tackle. Zeke McCoy, the sophomore, got in there and wrestled him down before he could even get going. We talked, Kevin, about Maryville doesn't turn the ball over. And Farragut gets a gift here. They've got to do something with this.
You know, that's Farragut's defense, man. They've been really opportunistic. 17 forced turnovers this year, 11 fumble recoveries. So there you saw that. But this is what you can't have. You can't have a tackle for a loss. And Maryville, obviously that's what they want. But for Farragut's offense, you can't get behind the chains like this against this defense.
2nd and 14. Moore, he's got Corum. Let's see if they give him forward progress. They're not going to do that. Wow. He caught the ball at the 44-yard line and drifted back to the 40, and that's where they're going to mark the ball.
Yeah, the fans are upset over here on Farragut's sideline. This is a couple times tonight they feel like they've been shorted. It's hard to argue with them, Russell.
Don't blame them on that one. 3rd down. 5 yards to go. They've got to get it to the 45. Farragut with a little confusion here. They've got plenty of time on the play clock. As Dawson Moore is going to keep it, not much doing. And now it's 4th and 4.
And great play right there by Jacob Richmond, number 43, the inside linebacker from Maryville. This is a young man that 5-star live. We were out at Alcoa for the Maryville-Alcoa game, and he put his name on the map that night, had a scoop and score in that football game, was really all over the field, a kid who wasn't a starter coming into the season. He submitted himself into this lineup. You saw right there why. Great job with his eyes, reading his keys, was right there for the tackle for a loss.
They go for it on 4th down again. Moore got time. Incomplete. It goes off the hands of Gunter as he was open, but that was going to be a really tough catch for Noah Gunter.
Yeah, that was a tough throw, tough route. Corner squatted on it, so there's 2 players there. Cannon Johnson, number 8, coming over from Maryville as well. Good job of breaking the ball away from the receiver. Now Maryville's right back in business, almost basically where they had the ball when they turned it over on their first possession.
Wow. Decision to go for it there on Farragut. I guess they figure they just got their lucky break on defense.
Absolutely.
Probably not going to get another one.
I like the call, Russ. I'll be honest. I really like the call. You got to be aggressive in these type of football games. You got to go for it.
And here comes Noah Vaughn. He's going to be wrapped up on a strong tackle by Jack Alley, the man who just recovered the fumble. Does pick up about 6 yards on the first down play.
Now, if you're Farragut and you go back to analytics, that may be your one turnover you can get. Maryville is plus 11 on the year. They do a really good job of holding on to the football.
Vaughn churning those legs, rolling towards another Maryville first down, and they're inside the 25.
Hey, got to give credit to that Maryville offensive line. He wasn't touched until about 8 yards downfield right there on that run. Good job of this front, man. They are dominating the line of scrimmage right now in this football game.
First down, Maryville. And they just stick with Vaughn. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. He gets over to the sideline where he's busted out of bounds by Jay Smiley of Farragut. Another positive gain on first down for the Rebels.
Man, it's really interesting the formations that Maryville's coming out in. They've got their H-back tight end Jackson Phillips in the game and also their backup running back Gage Ledoux. I'm just waiting for one of them to sneak out and be wide open, Russell. It's just there. You can see it. They're in there blocking. They're a little bit shorter, and they can easily get lost in the shuffle.
2nd and 4. Vaughn again. He's got room.
What a block.
It'll be 1st and goal, Maryville, as Noah Vaughn asserting himself here on this drive for Maryville, and they're just feeding him right now.
Yeah, hey, Gage Ledoux right there, great block, number 28, kicked out the outside linebacker there. Again, Noah wasn't touched for about 8 yards downfield, but what I love about Noah Vaughn right there is his burst. When he sees it, he hits the hole, and he hits it hard.
Ball is on the 3-yard line. What do you think the chances are they give it to Noah Vaughn right here?
Pretty good.
There he goes. Touchdown, Maryville. The Noah Vaughn Show. He's something else. Junior has had a breakout campaign, and it'll be interesting to watch his recruitment take off here this offseason. Noah Vaughn, 5'10", 180 pounds, and he runs hard.
He is a really, really good football player. 1,300 yards, almost 1,400 yards on the year. Now over 20 touchdowns on the ground.
Greer puts through the extra point. 5:35 to play in your third quarter. Maryville 21, Farragut 7. Well, Farragut had their opportunities, couldn't capitalize.
Man, our post-game show may be about the opportunities of Farragut that have kind of slipped through their fingers. Huge play over here to get that fumble and not able to convert. I completely understand going for it on 4th down on their side of the field. Again, this offense doesn't turn the ball over. They don't punt often. You get into the numbers game, you got to put points on the board, you got to score, and they just could not convert. And then you saw what Maryville does. Maryville does Maryville things. They've got a special running back in Noah Vaughn. I agree with you. I can't wait to see his recruitment. He is the full package of what you're looking for in a back. He's got the hands to catch out of the backfield, vision, elusiveness, toughness, falls forward, vision.
Trenum has been nearly automatic, and they're going to ring this one out. Here's Corum, and he's got a running lane across the 30-yard line. Trace Corum, that ball looked like it was going in the end zone, just kind of died at the 1-yard line, and Corum takes advantage, giving his team some great field position here to start this drive.
I tell you that if it's not going to go in the end zone, that's the one guy you don't want to get it to, a guy who averaging 24 yards a kick return.
Farragut had 2 possessions in the first half. They've had 3 in the third quarter.
That's right. That's exactly right.
Go figure. See what Dawson Moore can get going here. Down by 14 now. Still plenty of time for Farragut. That vice beginning to tighten. Swing it out to Corum, and that was way high.
That was great defense right there by Maryville. Number 33, Braden Hoy, doing a great job sitting underneath the spot route. And then a great job here outside by Cannon Johnson, squatting on the route, knowing he has safety help over the top and inside. He didn't give up too much ground. He made it look like Trace Corum was just open enough to throw it out there, but right there for the tackle and help him with the overthrow.
They want to get it to Corum. Trying to get him some easy stuff. Just get his hands on the ball. He is dangerous. 2nd and 10. Or this might be a busted play, and Moore's going to make something of it. He's got a first down across the 40-yard line. A little bootleg action there.
That was a great job by Dawson Moore. Good fake. Did a really good job with his footwork and his handwork to sell it, and then came out to the backside, and Maryville's defensive line was pursuing down the line, had no chance to redirect and get to him.
First and 10, Farragut. As we go under 5 minutes to play in the 3rd quarter. Moore gives it to G, and just not a lot doing between the tackles for Schumann G so far tonight.
Yeah, Frankie Diaz right there, number 95. 6 foot, 240-pound junior, did a great job wrapping up there. I think it's going to be tough sledding for most of the second half in the run game. Again, Maryville's starting to show why they only give up less than 3 yards per carry to opposing running backs. Farragut's going to have to open it up a little bit and get to the edge. There's going to be not much up the middle.
2nd and long here. Maryville showing blitz. Flags on the play, and they're going to get Farragut on the false start.
You know, we talked about this coming right out of the break here. Would Maryville be a little bit more aggressive in the second half? And you're already seeing that. It's causing problems in the middle. It's causing Farragut to jump, false start. And you're seeing guys making plays, flying around a little bit more here in the second half for Maryville.
So, back it up to the 38. It's 2nd and 15, and well, they almost assuredly throw it.
Oh.
And, wow. They saw that one coming a mile away. Zach Kiesling on the catch, but he didn't have much of a chance there.
Tell you what, Cannon Johnson's having himself a night, doing a great job of understanding coverages, understanding what they're trying to do, baiting the quarterback a little bit with getting some depth, but knowing where his zone is, and a great job there with a sure tackle out on the edge, out in space.
You name your kid Cannon, you know he's going to be laying the lumber.
Or he better anyways.
3rd and long. Here comes the pressure. Great job, Moore drifting out of it. And he's got the ball complete to Kiesling across midfield, and he's not going to have the first down, but again, if you're the Farragut punter, you don't even need to get up here.
No. It gives himself a manageable situation here. Again, man, we talked about it all night. Dawson Moore doing a great job of eluding the rush, getting outside and throwing the ball on the run. Great catch. Getting off the ground there, a little fingertip action.
Another 4th down for Farragut. They need a yard.
You got to think this is Dawson Moore time.
Kiesling comes in motion. They're going to throw it. And they
wow. What a call.
Ben Reed, the tight end, over the middle. Ball out in front of him. He lays out and makes the snag.
What a call by Coach Jeff Courtney. Senior quarterback to a sophomore tight end in the state quarterfinals in a play you have to stay in the game. What a catch by Ben Reed.
You said it. They had to have it, and Ben Reed delivers. Moore going to be sacked. The Maryville rush coming hard as Jason Maneker gets home, and Dawson Moore thrown for a big loss on first down.
Yeah, that's a tough play. He's out. He's reading right there, RPOing it, a run-pass option. And the problem with that right there was the Maryville linebackers didn't get sucked in by the play fake to the running back, were able to drop underneath the coverage. He had nobody to throw the ball to. And when you give a guy like Jason Maneker time, he's already got 5.5 sacks on the year. He's going to get to the quarterback.
There's some running room for the Admirals as Elijah Gibbs gets pretty much all the sack yardage back and then some. He's down to the 27-yard line.
And again, this is third. It seems like it's third, or it is third long, excuse me. But it's manageable in the sense that they're going to go for it on fourth down anyways. You don't have to get the first down. I mean, obviously you'd like to, but just get yourself either the first down or getting that 4th and 2 or shorter range.
Moore going to leak it out again here to Gibbs.
Nice dump down.
And he is very close to the first down for Farragut.
They have done a really good job, Farragut's offense, of dumping it down to their running back.
You have the sack on first down, and you're thinking, man, this is not a good situation for Farragut. They get the nice run on 2nd and long, and then Gibbs gets him the first down here.
I mean, Elijah Gibbs only had 8 catches coming into the game. He's going to get that. He may have 8 catches in this game alone.
Here's Moore on the QB keeper.
Ball's out.
That ball came loose. I believe it went out of bounds. No, it didn't. We've got a penalty flag now. It might have been the beanbag. Hard to see in front of that Farragut sideline. Now we've got a zebra conference.
And that ball looked like it was out of bounds when Maryville recovered it. I believe that's what the discussion is now.
Dawson Moore, and they're going to say it's out, recovered out of bounds. It's a penalty flag, it looked like. So Farragut dodges disaster there.
I think you're right. I think they were reaching for the beanbag.
They waved the flag off. Okay. Dodging a bullet there for the Admirals. It's going to be 2nd down and 9. Ball just inside the 19-yard line. Gibbs, straight ahead, nice cut, and gets it across the 15. And 3rd and short here.
This is the kind of drive Farragut needed right here. They're taking a ton of time off the clock. Now they just got to get it in the end zone. They can't even settle for a field goal here, really.
No. Most of the third quarter has not gone their way. And yet, if they can get in the end zone here, it'll be a 1-score game headed to the 4th quarter. Here's Corum. He's got some room. He's inside the 10 with another first down. It'll be 1st and goal, Farragut.
Man, that almost looked like disaster waiting to happen right there. Maryville really did a good job of firing, getting off blocks. That barely got out there, man. That's a tough throw to make down there.
See if they can get a playoff before the end of the quarter. They're just going to take this one down to the other end of the field. We go to the 4th quarter. Maryville 21, Farragut 7. We'll take a quick timeout. Back with 4th quarter action on 5-Star Preps.
I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what? Add it up. Told her if it's all me, everything is on me. Gon' back it up.
Since Eccles West started selling Chevrolets in East Tennessee, much has changed, but the West family tradition remains the same. We honor our rich history and our Smoky Mountain heritage. We strive to meet every customer's needs and understand our role in the community. We invite you to come see what that means to you, our customer, at the foot of the Smokies since 1931. West Chevrolet, where we treat every customer like a part of the family.
East Tennessee Sport and Spine is locally owned and have been supporting and treating Knox County high school athletes and their families for more than 26 years. Strong supporters of Farragut athletics, they strive to keep athletes on the field and competing at the highest levels. East Tennessee Sport and Spine has more certified spine and orthopedic specialists than anyone in our area, and they are ready to customize therapy treatments for each and every patient. It's known throughout East Tennessee and beyond that you just get more at East Tennessee.
The fourth quarter with Farragut threatening. First and goal. This is Elijah Gibbs. Nothing. Maryville defense bowing its neck. And might have a penalty here.
Yeah, I think it's going to be really tough running the running back against this Maryville defense down here. I think it's going to have to be Dawson Moore running the football. It's going to have to be through the air.
No penalty. It's second and goal at the 9. Ball is loose. Moore got it back, but he is way behind the sticks right now. What do you have for third and goal from the 23?
Yeah, that's a great question. I don't know that he has too many plays on his play sheet for that. Man, that's why it's so tough sometimes down in the red zone when it's so condensed with the end zone. Defenses can be more aggressive, and when you're doing that RPO and he's holding it in the pocket for as long as he was, man, Maryville's defensive lineman just attacked the mesh point and knocked the ball out. Now you're in a really tough third and long situation.
So Moore is going to throw. He's under pressure. Got to get rid of it. He does, and Gibbs has it, and he's going to get down inside the 10. What an effort by Elijah Gibbs.
Great job hanging in the pocket there by Dawson Moore. Again, dropping it down to Elijah Gibbs for about his 6th catch on the night. Again, a guy came in the game for the whole year, had 8 catches on the year. He has been their main weapon offensively out of the backfield.
So it makes it, again, manageable. That word we keep using. Back to the original line of scrimmage. It's 4th and goal at the 9. Farragut will go. End zone. Touchdown, Ambrose! Landis Davila. And it's a one-possession game.
Man, they had one-on-one coverage backside. Russell, cornerback, fell down. Hit him right in the chest with the football. Great
Third
play.
and goal from the 23 after the fumble, and they score.
Oh, we're going to roughen the holder.
The kick is no good. Penalty marker on the play, and this is huge. I think they're going to re-kick it as the kicker took a little bit of a shot there, and maybe that's what led to the miss.
Yeah, they had a guy come wide open right up the middle. I'm kind of shocked he didn't block it. His hands were apart instead of together. A lot of times guys come scot-free. They have their hands separated. It goes right in between them. Farragut's very fortunate right there to get another opportunity here.
Yep. Critical extra point to make it a 7-point game. Keeney puts it through this time. 9:51 to play in the game. Maryville 21, Farragut 14.
What a game. What a drive by Farragut right there. Looked like it was, you got the fumble. You finally were able to turn the ball, get Maryville to turn the ball over and get a stop. You give the ball right back to Maryville, and they go down and really kind of punch you in the mouth and run it right down your throat to put them up 21-7. You're thinking maybe this is when Maryville really takes over the football game, and Farragut makes a drive all the way down the field here and overcame 2 fumbles, Russell, on the drive. One on a mesh point and one with Dawson Moore running the football. And a sack. And a sack on the play.
So Keeney will kick it off. They got to solve the riddle of Noah Vaughn. I would suggest they put this thing in the end zone.
Yeah. I don't want any of those guys back there catching the football.
They go
wow.
inside.
They're backing up.
Maryville is on it.
Ooh. They had a chance to get that. My goodness. Maryville's front line was backing up.
Hunter Ogle got it for Maryville. And once again, Eddie Courtney, the riverboat gambler, rolling the dice. You kind of like it. Hey, Maryville has been good offensively. You haven't gotten many stops. And we've got a penalty here, actually.
Yeah, Farragut was offsides. Left too early. Now this is where it gets dangerous, Russell.
Yep, because you can't put it in the end zone from here. Assuming you're going to kick away at this point.
Yeah, well, and now if you're Maryville, you actually don't have their guys back. They're thinking onside again. You know, you got DJ Burks and Noah Vaughn. Now Noah Vaughn's moving back. It's dangerous if he gets the football here.
He's going to kick it. Line drive squib kick this time. And Burke's got to get up there and field it. He does at his own 10-yard line.
Uh-oh.
And here he goes. Noah Burke. A touchdown-saving tackle from Jerome Brecken. But they would have been better off just going with the onside kick again.
Yeah, man, Noah Vaughn, what a special player. I mean, what a special player. He's showing you he's not only dangerous at anything he does out of the backfield, and they line him up in the slot. He's also a game changer on special teams.
So Maryville will begin from the Farragut 38-yard line, leading by 7, under 10 minutes to go, a spot in the state semifinals on the line. This will be Carson Jones on the QB keeper, straight ahead. Down to the 25-yard line and another Maryville first down.
Man, what a block by the right guard, number 75, Trevor Abdella. All 6'1", 190 of him. Kick out pancake, opened up. A tank could have gone through that hole, Russell. My goodness. This Maryville offensive line has been dominating tonight.
Maryville O-line bringing it tonight. Big guys. Here's Vaughn. Noah Vaughn on the carry. That Maryville offensive line. Carlos Yanez, the left tackle. Jay Adams, Cal Grubbs, Trevor Abdella, and Adrian Gum doing the dirty work in the trenches for Maryville. And they are content to run some clock here.
Hey, they deserve a lot of credit tonight, as well as Jackson Phillips and Hunter Ogle, the H-back tight ends, and Gage Ledoux. He's a running back. He's been kicking out all night. Noah Vaughn's not getting touched until 5, 6, 7 yards down the field.
He bobbles the carry there, grabs onto
Good
it.
gracious.
And he will score. Touchdown, Maryville.
Man, we were just talking about it. A lot of credit to this offensive line. Ledoux sticking his neck in there, making ISO blocks, kick out blocks. This has been impressive by this front, these H-back tight ends and running backs, the way they're blocking, getting Noah Vaughn free.
Hey, fumbles kind of bobbles the snap there, and no problems. Calmly collects it, drags a couple of guys into the end zone.
You know, he showed again there. Not only he's got the burst, he sees the hole and he bursts through the hole, but he drags guys with him. That toughness that he has. He's hard to bring down.
Extra point is good, and it's 28-14. 8:05 left in the ball game. Farragut just scored the touchdown. They try the onside kick, and it was there. Offsides, you move it back, the squib kick. Vaughn busts it loose. And then just a handful of plays later, they are in the end zone, and the lead is 14.
You know, we've been talking about it, kind of the missed opportunities, and that was another one. Farragut, great call at the time. Maryville was not thinking onside kick. They had their regular return team in. They were actually backing up the front line. Farragut was right there to get the football, did not get it, and then you kick it off, and Noah Vaughn's sitting back there and returns it back to, you know, the 39-yard line on the plus side of the field. If you're Farragut here, now the clock, you know, is your enemy. You can't have one of those drives that you've had, your 2 scoring drives. You can't take a whole lot of time here. They got to find a way to get a big chunk play and get this ball in the end zone quickly.
This is a bomb into the end zone. So they'll bring it out to the 20-yard line. Maryville, 8 minutes away. And we will get a score update from the Mid-State. Oakland taking on Lebanon tonight. Oakland a heavy favorite there. Oakland and Maryville have made it a tradition of meeting in the semifinals of the playoffs lately. A rematch would take place here a week from tonight.
It's almost become a rivalry game.
Here's Corum on the quick screen. And he's going to get thrown out of bounds by Fortenberry. Farragut fans wanting a flag, but...
Yeah, I don't know about that one, man. That's just a guy making a tackle. It's football, baby.
I think he was still in line, in bounds when the contact occurred.
It looks like here, second quarter, Oakland is up 21-0 on Lebanon.
Oakland just loaded once again. Jordan James, their running back, headed to Georgia next year. And Isaiah Horton, a wide receiver, headed to Miami, the U. Elijah Gibbs goes straight ahead for a couple, and now we've got another third down for Farragut. Or is it?
Wow, they got
first.
After some questionable spots against them. It's a little different here on this drive.
It all comes out in the wash.
Yeah.
They give it to Gibbs again. He's been a workhorse tonight. Nothing doing on this first down play, though. And now we get a flag. A little extracurricular activity there after the tackle.
I don't know. It's very interesting. For progress, they were finishing the play or what? There,
Personal foul goes against the Red Rebels, and that's going to give Farragut another first down and some field position now. We're going to walk this thing up to the 45-yard line.
I didn't see it there, Russell. That looked like good, clean play, swarming defense to the ball.
So, first and 10 Farragut. Wow. Moore wanted to run, but Colin Tarkington had other ideas. Put that Eli Davis in on the tackle.
Big number 21 there, Russell, Caleb Graham, nose guard. He's doing a really good job of setting that center of that defensive line, not giving up any yardage, getting off blocks. He's making life difficult in there.
And here's the pass over the middle again that worked on that fourth down conversion a few moments ago. And Moore finds Noah Gunter this time in the Maryville territory with another first down at the 41-yard line.
Man, hey, Farragut's got 2 tight end H-back guys here, both sophomores, and Noah Gunter and Ben Reed, who are making plays. They got to be really excited about the future with these guys.
First and 10 Admirals. Moore Looking sideline, he's got Kiesling, and he's out of bounds near another first down.
And this is what I was expecting to see. I was kind of shocked there, a little bit of the up the middle runs. They can, the clock is not their friend. They've got to get moving here. Doing a great job. Dawson Moore finding open receivers.
They'll give him the first down. Ball on the 30-yard line. Gibbs. Straight ahead. Getting a couple, but again, the clock.
The clock's ticking, man. Down 2 possessions.
Second and 7, 5 minutes to play. Moore finds Gibbs. He's short of the first down yard marker. It's going to be about a yard shy. Gets out of bounds to stop the clock.
I tell you, he didn't see it right there, but Noah Gunter slipped out and was wide open out in the flats. Something to keep an eye on as we continue on this drive. Tight ends getting out.
Moore straight ahead. And really nice job by Maryville getting there to bust that thing up. Maneker, who has been spending a lot of time in that Farragut backfield tonight, getting just enough of Dawson Moore to prevent him from getting a bigger gain. He does pick up a first down, though.
Yeah, you thought there with him, as fast as he got off the ball and in there, you thought that was going to be a tackle for a loss. Good job by Dawson Moore of falling forward and getting that first down.
Gibbs trying to bounce it. Got some room. Nice cut. Elijah Gibbs all the way to the 1.
What a run. What a run. Great vision to put his foot in the ground and bounce to the outside, and then the speed to get there. I actually thought that he rolled over on the defender into the end zone. I don't know that he ever touched the ground there.
First and goal inside the 1. Moore, he didn't get it.
Wow.
Kind of bobbled the snap there, and that just split second of hesitation cost him.
They got to come on here. They got to get on the ball.
Moore loses a yard. Second and goal at the 2.
We're at 3:37 and counting. They're double covering Trace.
Gibbs trying to get in. He's denied.
What a tough run.
Second effort.
Tough
Touchdown.
run.
Elijah Gibbs.
Man, what a tough run, Russell.
A couple of them. Gibbs the star on that drive, and Farragut with another important extra point. 3.5 minutes, all 3 timeouts. McKinney's got to put this one through. And he does.
You got to give a lot of credit to Elijah Gibbs right there. Superhuman effort to get into the end zone, reach the ball out, breaks 2 or 3 tackles right there. And you got to be able to run the ball there, Russell. When they're double covering Trace, and you know you can't get it to him, they got Fortenberry and DJ Burks on him. You got to be able to run the football in there. Great effort by him. Good job. Good drive right here by Farragut. Again, they're staying positive. They're keeping themselves in the football game. You're right here. It's a 1-possession ball game with 3:23 to go. Anything can happen. All you ask for is an opportunity and a chance, and they're giving themselves a chance right here.
So what do you do here? Do you kick it away and try and play defense with your timeouts, or do you just roll the dice and try for the onside kick right now?
I mean, conventional wisdom would tell you got 3 timeouts, kick it deep, and let your defense try to hold them. But, man, they haven't stopped them yet.
No.
You almost got to take some chances, man.
I agree. We're going to kick it off, though, here. And they're going to get this thing into the end zone, which is a huge plus as Noah Vaughn can't get his hands on it. You almost assuredly get his hands on it here offensively, but they will have to start from the 20-yard line.
I mean, your defense has got to step up. You know, the offense has done it, for the most part, done a really good job tonight, keeping them in this football game. Your defense needs one stop.
First and 10, Maryville trying to kill the game off and advance to the state semifinals. 3:23 to go.
And this is where championship programs show you what they're all about.
Noah Vaughn stands to the right of Carson Jones. And we've got a pre-snap situation here.
Wow, interesting.
They called
Maryville called timeout.
Might have been a play clock situation. So, 3:21 to go now, and Maryville nursing a 7-point lead. Farragut needs a stop. They've been hard to come by. The calculus changes a little bit when you know they're not going to throw it. You wouldn't think they're going to throw it.
That's where Coach Hunt gets you, man. When you don't think he's going to do something, that's when he does it. And we've been talking about this all night. They have been in formations with Jackson Phillips, a guy that he brought up that's a playmaker for them. He seems like he only catches first downs and touchdowns from the H-back tight end position. And then another young man, Gage Ledoux. This is a guy who's run for over 500 yards on the year and caught 10 passes himself as the backup running back. He's been in the game. They are hiding behind the offensive linemen. I am just waiting for those guys to sneak out and make a big catch here. And this is so typical of Maryville. When you think they're not going to do something, that's exactly when they do it.
So here we go. Maryville on first down. And they will give it to Noah Vaughn, and he's got room.
Goodness.
Finally brought down at the 36-yard line. And talk about Derek Hunt. He learned from the best. George Quarles, now the offensive coordinator at Furman, where he'll be coaching Carson Jones next year. Derek Hunt, though, already 2 state championships in 2017 and 2019. Maryville fans say, hey, the odd-numbered years, that's Derek Hunt's year. And try and make it 2021 on that list as well.
He's got a really good football team, a team that he really likes. Talking about his senior leadership and how these guys are community guys, leaders, better men than they are football players.
They get him this time. So now we'll see a timeout quickly by Eddie Courtney to stop the clock with 2:35 to go in the ball game. As Vaughn was bottled up really good that time by Farragut.
You got to be aggressive. You got to bring more guys in the box. You got to blitz, get off the edge, bring some guys in A gaps. This is where you got to get aggressive and got to try to rake at the football, punch at the football, and then that's when they can break one as well. So this is good start right here to get a tackle for a loss to give themselves a chance on second long.
Vaughn lost 2 on the carry, so it'll be second down and 12, and a Farragut defense that's selling out right now for Noah Vaughn is just follow number 2. You know he's going to get the ball.
It's real hard not to turn around and give Noah Vaughn the ball when he averages 9 yards a carry. I mean, he's almost averaging a first down every time he touches the ball.
Second and 12. Vaughn straight ahead, finally drugged down at the 44-yard line. And we've got a late flag.
Wow. I'm sorry, man. That's so bad.
We're going to get Markel Fortenberry on a personal foul.
It's called blocking.
He played to the echo of the whistle.
I was just about to say, Maryville's done a really good job tonight pounding the boundary. That's the short side of the field. And really, they got a short edge over there with the tight end. Farragut has not figured out a way to get an extra hat over there to the boundary. I am blown away by this call. The young man was blocking and got called because he pancaked the guy.
He was 2 yards away from that first down. And they're going to back this one up all the way to the 28-yard line.
That's what you teach. That's when you get big plays, is when your receivers are willing to block.
And they are going to, Farragut is going to take the timeout because the clock was going to run once they set the ball.
Oh, man, that's ooh, wow. What a call. So, hey, listen, well, you know, you said this. You said, hey, sometimes it's a wash. We had some very questionable calls early in the first quarter against Farragut. And when I say questionable spots that should have given them maybe some first downs on some third and fourth downs. So, you know, maybe it is a wash. But, man, that's hard to watch when you're teaching guys to be aggressive, echo to the whistle, get downfield and block. Look like a clean, good pancake block to me.
So it's third down and a mile to go. And what do you do here if you're Derek Hunt? Do you make Farragut burn that extra timeout? Do you try to get a first down on 3rd and 18?
Well, we've had 3rd and 15 and a draw to Norval for a first down, so hey, we might see it again. Looks like they're going empty here.
Got to take it to the 46-yard line.
I see a QB draw.
They fake it to Vaughn. Jones, he's got his man complete.
What a catch.
Now where's the spot? He's at the 40-yard line.
This guy.
He's going to be a yard short. Now what do you do if you're Derek Hunt?
What a catch by DJ Burks. Let's not get lost that this wasn't a first down. In traffic. Strong hands by DJ Burks. I mean, if you're App State's got to be really excited to get this young man. What a catch right there, which bodes well as a DB. That was in traffic. Really thought the defender was coming over to knock that ball down, which makes it even harder for Coach Hunt to even have a decision right here.
So, if you go for it and you don't make it, you got a Farragut offense that's humming with a short field to go. You got to think the chances of them scoring are pretty good. If you make it, the game's over.
You play to win the game.
The current head coach at Arizona State said that a few years ago.
They've had an offensive line that has dominated this football game tonight. All upperclassmen, senior quarterback that's a load, a running back who's averaging 9 yards a carry. This doesn't shock me one bit.
Here's the ball game. Jones just trying to get him to jump. Audible at the line. And they're going to go. He's got it. Noah Vaughn runs a man over down to the Farragut 44-yard line. And a 1st and 10. Farragut out of timeouts. Maryville can kill it off.
I think the umpire gets credit for the tackle there against Noah Vaughn. I think he was gone. I tell you what, though, what I really like about this right here, Russell, is number one, the discipline of Maryville not to jump themselves when you're trying to do a hard count. Number two, a lot of teams and defenses relax once they realize, they're just trying to get a dummy call here. They're trying to get us an offsides call. They relax because they think you're going to call timeout. And Maryville said, no, baby, we're running the football. Great job of that Maryville offensive line and coaching staff.
We'll go to the victory formation here.
Russell, you don't go 21 straight, or now it's going to be 22 straight semifinals without playing to win games. Not to lose them, but to win them. And you saw right there, Maryville plays to win football games.
No doubt about it. Let's talk about Farragut for a second, as it looks like their season is coming to a close. What a year. 4-6 and make the playoffs, and you go up there to Johnson City and take down Science Hill, a massive comeback to win that game.
And the way they did it, yes, the way they did it.
You avenge a loss to a region foe in Bradley last week, and you come up here to Maryville with nothing to lose. You let it all hang out, and a one-possession game.
And this is after losing 42-14 to them earlier in the year. And one of those where they're going to go watch film, and they're literally going to be kicking themselves. They had opportunity after opportunity to win this football game. But what a great year. And, you kind of thought, we saw this Farragut team at 5-Star Live against West earlier in the year. It was a shootout. Really like this Dawson Moore young man and Trace Corn. These are two seniors who really kept them, especially Dawson, tonight in this football game. What a way to go out in his career of getting to the quarterfinals and laying it all out on the line tonight.
It's the final now. Maryville 28, Farragut 21. Maryville likely headed to face Oakland in the state semifinals. They have played in the 6A semifinals every year from 2014 through 2020. Maryville will be looking for some revenge. Oakland beat them badly last year in the semifinals, one state, and they have some excellent talent.
Looks like Oakland is now up 28-7, getting close to halftime there in Middle Tennessee.
You see the teams. It's a pretty sad scene when you're Farragut. Season's over. A lot of seniors who played their last football game here tonight, but they went out on their shield here in Maryville.
Yeah, I think if you're Coach Courtney, talking to him this week, just staying positive and wanting to have a team that knew Maryville was going to make plays, but hang in there, and they hung in there, and they gave themselves a chance to win the game. They had a 3rd down. They had a 4th and 1 right here, an opportunity. They gave themselves a chance to win. But what you saw from Maryville is an upperclassman, a bunch of upperclassmen on the offensive line who dominated tonight. You saw a special running back. You saw a special quarterback in Carson Jones. And you saw a coach who not only did he trust his offensive line and his quarterback, Russell, he trusted his defense. For you to make that call, you trusted your entire team. And talking to him this week, he talked about how these are community guys. These are guys who come out during the weekends for 5 to 10-year-old flag football and coach these kids and are out in the Maryville community working with these kids. He talked about how they have a special needs game day experience for Maryville and how these players have showed up, and to give them the game day experience where they have practice and they go through a game. And he loves this group. He talked about how they're better men they are football players and how they're community guys. And he feels like he's got a special group of men that can go and do this thing.
Maryville wins it 28-21. We're going to have plenty of post-game coverage coming here right here on 5-Star Preps. Jesse Smithy will be along to preview some of these matchups coming up next week. A lot of East Tennessee schools in action tonight, as we are getting closer and closer to the state championships. We'll take a quick timeout right here. Back with more from Maryville High School, 5-Star Preps.
East Tennessee Sport and Spine is locally owned and have been supporting and treating Knox County high school athletes and their families for more than 26 years. Strong supporters of Farragut athletics, they strive to keep athletes on the field and competing at the highest levels. East Tennessee Sport and Spine has more certified spine and orthopedic specialists than anyone in our area, and they are ready to customize therapy treatments for each and every patient. It's known throughout East Tennessee and beyond that you just get more at East Tennessee Sport and Spine. So visit us today and let us get you back on the field.
Cooper Container, your corrugated packaging specialist for the East Tennessee area. Proud sponsor of high school sports in the 5-Star Preps coverage area.
I I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up, I'm just doing me, everything is on me, oh you matter what. Add it up, told her if it's all me, everything is on me, gon' back it up.
Back here at Maryville High School, where the homestanding Red Rebels advance the state playoff victory tonight over Farragut, 28-21. The final. They will take on Oakland again next week. But Kevin, we saw a terrific high school football game here tonight.
Yeah, I think what we saw was a Maryville offensive line that was dominant. H-backs, Jackson Phillips, Ledoux, the backup running back, setting the edge, kicking out blocks, and which allowed Noah Vaughn to be the star tonight. This guy was amazing. He was averaging almost 9 yards a carry coming into this football game. He did about the same thing tonight. Wasn't even getting touched until 6-7 yards down the field. So a really good job by that offensive line for Maryville tonight.
Carson Jones, we saw two great quarterbacks, Jones and Moore, going at it back and forth tonight. Elijah Gibbs with a terrific performance for Farragut. Clutch play after clutch play to keep the Admirals in it in the fourth quarter, but in the end, can't stop Noah Vaughn.
Yeah, and we got to give Elijah a lot of credit. Came in with 8 catches on the year, did a fantastic job out of the backfield tonight. Had 6, 7, 8 catches tonight alone. And Dawson Moore, we can't say enough about him. He had quite a few runs in the Q run game, and then the ability to get the ball down in check downs and not make the bonehead plays. Made very smart plays tonight in the passing game, and did a great job of keeping his Farragut Admirals in this football game and giving themselves a chance to win. When we really break this down, Russell, it really comes back to the missed opportunities of Farragut in this football game.
Yeah, I mean, there's so many. You had the late touchdown in the first half to close things out. You get the ball back, and they just can't get anything going. Then they get a turnover and can't capitalize there, and it was just, as you said, too many missed opportunities. They'll be kicking themselves when they watch the film on this one.
It's going to be a struggle. When you're talking about a championship program, we're looking at all these state championship flags up here tonight. You got to play almost a perfect game to win. And we go back to the 3rd and 15 on the first drive that was converted by Maryville on a draw play. When we go to the third, not converting on the 4th down for Farragut on a 4th and less than a yard down inside the 10-yard line. We're talking about the onside kick that was there. It was right there for them to get, and they did not convert that. Didn't convert the fumble. Didn't convert coming out of the halftime. And I know that sounds like a lot, but when you're trying to beat a championship program, you got to get one of those, right, to win the football game. Otherwise, you kind of go home right here. You feel good about, keeping yourself in the game, but you didn't quite pull off the upset.
Great season for Farragut. Ends in disappointing fashion tonight here at Maryville. But for the Red Rebels, they move on. And another huge game next week against Oakland.
Yeah, a very tough physical football team's going to walk or come in here. A team that likes to run the football. They're going to come right at them. Got athletes all over the field, very physical offensive line, and then they've got a defense who runs around and plays with an edge and an attitude. This is going to be a really interesting game next week. It's going to really, it's going to stress both the offense and the defense for Maryville next week. And that's what you think about in a semifinal game, right? But it's become a rivalry game of two teams from two different regions because they've played each other so much over the last couple years. It'll be another exciting night.
Plenty of high school coverage to come from Jesse Smithy and his gang at 5 Star Prep. So I want to thank Jesse for allowing me to do this game. It's been a blast. Kevin, I want to thank you for helping me out, making me sound good, hopefully, for the most part. But it was been a blast here tonight at Maryville. Again, your final, Maryville 28, Farragut 21. For Kevin Smith, I'm Russell Smith. Don't forget 5 Star Preps for all the latest East Tennessee high school sports coverage.
East Tennessee Sport and Spine is locally owned and have been supporting and treating Knox County high school athletes and their families for more than 26 years. Strong supporters of Farragut athletics, they strive to keep athletes on the field and competing at the highest levels. East Tennessee Sport and Spine has more certified spine and orthopedic specialists than anyone in our area, and they are ready to customize therapy treatments for each and every patient. It's known throughout East Tennessee and beyond that you just get more at East Tennessee Sport and Spine. So visit us today and let us get you back on the field.
Cooper Container, your corrugated packaging specialist for the East Tennessee area. Proud sponsor of high school sports in the 5-star Preps coverage area.
I do it again. Add it up, bankroll, euro, peso, add it up. I'm just doing me, everything is on me. Oh, you matter what?